liberalism is to Barth what modernism is to postmodernism. And it's a movement, of course. Barthianism is a movement that takes place around the same time as you're sort of moving into more postmodern philosophy and approaches to literature, art, etc., early 20th century. And so when you approach Barth, it's oftentimes perceived that he is an alternative to modernism. And I don't think that that's accurate. I think that I don't want to downplay the differences between Barth and liberalism, classical liberalism, at least.
For sure.
But at the same time, liberalism in the vein of von Harnack and then Barth's theology are different variations on the same theme. I mean, it's the same structural program at its most basic level. And so I see Barthianism and liberalism as siblings within the same family. Barth doesn't solve liberalism. He is liberalism taken to its next logical conclusion. And so you're right. When Presbyterianism in this country was looking for sort of like, well, we don't want to be fundamentalists and we don't really want to be liberals. What about Barth? I mean, he's sort of, he's neo-orthodox, which was the moniker given to him and his ilk back in the day. Not really an appropriate moniker, especially in light of today's research. But I think that they saw Barth as sort of a middle road. He's more orthodox than the liberals, but he's not as liberal as they are. And certainly he's much more contemporary and hip and with it, particularly with regard to modern theological research than fundamentalism is. And we don't want to go that direction either. So Princeton Seminary went almost immediately from reorganizing its board along modernist lines to the days of hiring John Mackay and others. Emil Brunner came in around in the 30s as a temporary research professor and et cetera. So they sort of never really went, the Princeton's faculty never went liberal. It sort of skipped that whole part and went from fundamentalism to Barthianism.
Yeah, I've been doing quite a bit of work on Ned Stonehouse as well, part of my responsibilities as OPC historian now. So, I mean, I haven't been assigned to do work on Stonehouse, but it's a project I'm taking up. So I've been reading all of Stonehouse's contributions to the Presbyterian Guardian, maybe with a view of a project down the road. But just doing that and familiarizing myself with the times and reading about Mackay, the movement from J. Ross Stevenson to Mackay, and the shifts. They certainly did go Barthian very early. They never were full out just classic liberals, but at the same time, they weren't fundamentalists.